you'll realize that one day it'll all just start suddenly getting better. Many of you are in a season of healing, trying to let go, and you're wondering when it all ends. You're wondering when you'll stop feeling this emotional pain. You're wondering when you won't think about them anymore, when you won't be caught up in the past, and you can finally just be happy again, or find that good in life, or have something to move forward onto and look forward to. Because right now it seems like all you could think about is what once was, what could have been, how you could have changed the situation, what life is like without them, the fact that you lost them. And I want you to know that one day it gets better, but you have to stay consistent in the process of leading up to that better. As I said, many of y'all are constantly focused on the past. You're constantly focused on what could have been or what once was, and how you can forget them, and why losing them is such a big thing, or why it's such a bad thing, and everything you lost, when you're so focused on everything negative. And I've realized that the only way you could truly move on from the past is to start getting grounded in the future and making the most of the future, but also focusing on a better future. Because I got so caught up in the idea of, oh, I'll never find this again. Oh, what if nobody ever does this for me? What if I am never able to move on? What if I could have done this differently? I don't even know why it ended. I need closure. I need clarity. And you're wondering, you're just dwelling on the past. I know back then when I was going through that situation, I know it took me a while to finally start focusing on the positives in life. That was just because of my own thinking. It's something you have to become aware of. You have to realize that focusing on what was will always keep you on what was. If you're only mentally living in the past, then that's all you'll think about is the past and the emotions and the feelings that it brought you. You know, when you're thinking of some of the worst moments of your life, some of the things that cause you the most pain, that cause you the most damage, there's no wonder you're gonna feel sad right now. There's no wonder you're gonna feel damaged and like there's nothing good going on in life, because all you're focused on is the negativity and all the bad that was once that you went through. And I've realized that when I consistently sought out lessons, when I consistently sought out just my own mental peace and why it was good for that person being out of my life, why God might meet me where I am right now, why the future I wanted for myself, the future I'm trying to build for myself, I found new focuses. It could be new hobbies, it could be new things that you're interested in, it could be you connecting with new friends, it could be you doing anything, it could be you practicing and getting better at a sport, whatever it is. As I started putting my focus on the positives going in life, the relationships I already had, and even surrounding myself around new people, to start realizing that situation from my past isn't the end all be all. I feel like we get so caught up in thinking or assuming we'll never be able to move forward, rather than actually trying to move forward, trying to connect with new people. And it doesn't even have to be on that type of level. Sometimes just getting around good friends, people who are positive, people who are happy in life in general. Sometimes other people's happiness brings happiness onto you. Not that we're depending on them for it, but it's like when you see how other people can find the happiness in life from the small things, from the little things, such as having conversations, or something as simple as going out to eat, something as simple as having a conversation and having laughs and stuff. All that stuff allows you to see like, dang, there really is more to life than this past situation that went on. There really is more people out here who truly do just value me for being me, who don't make me feel like I have to force something, who don't make me feel like I need to constantly fix things, who don't make me feel insecure, who don't make me feel like I can't make mistakes. But the only way we find that is by actually going and putting ourselves out there, rather than keeping ourselves in this box of thinking or assuming that we won't be able to move on. Because I know for myself, it was until I even started talking to, it could be different women, it could be hanging out with new friends, it could be hanging out or trying to start new conversations. I feel like for the longest time I used to say, oh, my friends aren't like me, or there's nobody around my age that thinks like me, and you know, I'm just so alone in this journey. And I still sometimes feel that way, but I understand that it's not true. I feel alone at times in this journey, but I understand that I got rid of that limiting belief that I was the only person around that had this mindset, I guess, at my age, or had the same values and the same focuses as me, or even that I couldn't surround myself around certain people. Like, I've realized that there's more to life than just self-improvement. There's more to life than just focusing on your purpose. There's more to life than what I previously had in it. And so I had to start putting myself out there more, talking to more people, giving people chances, allowing myself to actually get to know new people and even challenge that belief. And now that I've been able to do that, and now that I've just been so focused on what's ahead in life, I rarely even have time to think about my past. I don't think you realize that when you truly have new things to look forward to, when you truly find a new focus, when you see that something's broken down in your life, you've lost someone and it feels like everything's collapsed, when you finally clean out all that debris and start building something new, you're so focused on building something new, you're not even worried about the previous building that was taking up that space, because you're so focused on building something new, something that looks cleaner, something that aligns more with your values, something that aligns more with your standards. You're learning different lessons and you're becoming a better version of yourself. Your mindset's getting better. You're learning new things. You feel yourself becoming a better version of you. And through all of that, you don't have time to sit here and dwell on the past. Does that mean you won't think about the past at times? Does that mean the past won't come up at times? No, but the key word there is dwelling. The key word there is it consuming your mind. Because many of us, we like to sit in our pain, or you like to sit in your pain. So you've lost somebody and things seem to not be going all the good, but you're not doing anything to move forward. You're just sitting here, and every single day it's, dang, I can't believe I lost this person. Dang, how could I have fixed that situation? Dang, what could I have done differently? You're so caught up and just stuck in sitting in the past that there's nothing to look forward to, because the past is your biggest event going on in your life and you have nothing else going on in your life. And I've realized that through consistency, through consistently seeing the lessons from the people of our past, it doesn't even have to be the fact that you don't think about that person. It's more so how you change your perspective on the situation. Because when I changed my perspective and I started grounding myself and really like what is really going on, rather than what I wanted to happen or what I could have done differently, when I just started saying, okay, this is the reality I'm faced with. This is the reality of the situation that happened. This person decided to leave my life. This person decided to do this. This person decided to do that. I don't have time to dwell on what could have been and all these other ideas, because that's not what's going on right now. So I say, what do I have right now, and how can I make the most out of it? So sometimes it was as simple as, what's the lesson to be learned here? Why did this really even bother me? Why did this outcome happen? How can I prevent this possibly in my future? What could have I done differently, and taken my own responsibility where I say, I was in the wrong here? How can I become a better me? What purpose is this person or this situation possibly playing in my life to help me in my future? How can I use this situation to better myself for my future? So for example, for me, it could be something as simple as, I could turn this into a video idea, or I could help somebody who's going through this exact situation. I could tell them how I handled it. It could be, how can I help use the situation to say or determine what standards I want moving forward? Or I want people who communicate better. I want people who aren't emotionally avoidant. I could say I want people who know how to express themselves and aren't controlled by their fears or controlled by their emotions. But all that comes from reflection and seeking positivity from the situation, rather than being so focused on what I lost or why everything's going wrong in life. Now, I'm not saying this is an instant fix. I'm not saying this is something that instantly happens. It's one of those things, again, where it's you consistently doing them. So it's consistently seeking out the positive. It's consistently being willing to move forward in life, or being determined to move forward in life and build new relationships, connect with new people, or even just connect with the people you might have distanced from being in that situation or being in their pain. It could be you understanding how it's growing you. It could be you looking for how you can improve yourself for future relationships. But when you consistently do that, then all of those things combine. between you building a new future, between you seeking out positivity from the situation, between you being focused on taking care of yourself and your own mental health and your own own self-improvement, your own goals. When you're so focused on all those different things, you don't have time to dwell on the past, because many of you might be in a situation where you wake up and that's the first thing that's on your mind. But when you have so much more to look forward to in life, when you plan out your days, like I be doing in my journal and stuff, when you plan out your next days, when you know you have a plan for the next day of what you're going to do and what your day is going to be full of, you don't have time for just sitting there in your pain and dwelling on the past, dwelling on what could have been. Obviously, it's a day by day thing, but you'll notice that as you consistently have productive days of allowing yourself to move forward or allowing yourself to think positively or constantly improving yourself, day by day, you start to forget the past less and less, or you start to have room to think about the past less and less, because your mind's going to be so consumed in what present moment you're in and what you're making the most out of that. But I think you have to realize, man, where you are now is temporary. Where you are now is not where you're going to be forever. And one day it all does truly just seemingly get better. It is going to be just a random Tuesday or a random Saturday where you wake up and you're like, dang, I didn't even think about that person all day yesterday. Dang, I forgot that situation even happened. I'm so focused on what all I got going on in my life. And so I just want you to understand, like, just stay consistent, because I don't want you to give into the thought or give into the idea that life doesn't ever get better. You'll never be able to find anybody that ever likes you again or thinks you're good enough, or that was the best that it gets, and that there's nothing more to life, or there's nothing else to be happy about in life. I don't want you to get so caught up in those that you prevent yourself from moving forward and finding the more that there is to life outside of your relationships and the people that you've lost. But I appreciate you guys for tuning into the video. I hope you did learn a thing or two. Be sure to join up on the Discord down in the description. We've been having some great conversations there, and I also got some stuff dropping very, very soon for those of you who are lost on your journey of letting go and you have no idea what steps to take initially or how to move forward. I'm making a step-by-step journal that will lay out the process of letting go and basically walk you through the steps so you don't have to figure it out all on your own. But I'll have more to come on that and more updates on that. So really join the Discord so you don't miss out on that update. But other than that, appreciate you guys. Love you guys as always. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.